Hi, everyone. So I guess we can get started now. So I'm Shakti, and I'm a lead engineer in the Salesforce Communities R&D. I'm based out of Hyderabad, India, so that means like I have traveled across the world for this thing and to meet you all. So thank you. My Twitter and LinkedIn and my mail IDs are there, and this slide will be shared on the chat post for this session. So please feel free to connect with me later on. Now, I'll start with a simple statement. Do you all agree with this? The role of a community manager is like nothing. It's very simple. OK. I too don't. So that's good, because we, in our R&D, are planning or, in fact, doing some things to create multiple tools, make the lives of moderators easier. And that's one of the tools that we are going to go through today. So before I go into details, I'd like to know if there is anyone who doesn't have idea about what communities is. OK, that's good. And everyone has knowledge of reports, the standard Salesforce reports. All right. Visual Force pages. OK. Everyone knows about Visual Force pages? OK, cool. We are going to go very simple on all the aspects. So I just wanted to understand if there is knowledge and a little bit of understanding of what I'm talking about. OK, so in this session, we'll go through insights and what insights does, how it helps community managers, how we can make actionable items on insights, then how we can create custom insights and custom actions, which can be leveraged for any industry type, and it's open. Anything can be done on top of it. All right, so this is how a standard insights page looks like. And insights is a tool which shows reports, or you can think of it as list views on multiple objects. And users can, the moderators or the managers can take any kind of actions. It can be used as a console for the moderators to basically monitor the adoption, engagement, and all the aspects of a community. So how do we create insights? And what is the underlying item that makes it so powerful? So insights are built on top of reports. And as in reports, we can create reports on any items. So once we have the reports, what do we make more out of it? Or how do we enhance it for the communities or for the communities managers? So what we do is, first of all, we'll go through how we can create reports and link it in insights. Then we'll see how the reports automatically start showing community context data. It will filter out and only show community context data. Next, the links and everything that we have inside the insights, those will be community-aware links. Means it will take you directly to the activity in the community where it's taking place. Then there are a couple of other aspects which I think it's better to go for a small demo. So in this presentation, it will be more like a demo along with the slides. I'm not going to bore you all with slides just. So this is a standard community that we have. We can navigate to community management page from here. And these are all the insights pages. So you can see it under engagement. You can see it under moderation. For now, I will go to one of the moderation nodes, which says flagged. I'll come to later how this entire thing is set up. And what we see here is an insights page. In this insights page, we can do, say, for example, I go to flag post. These are different kind of filters or different reports that we can navigate through in one view. Not only that, once you have a date filter selected, say last 7 days, You can quickly switch over to any of the different filters you have, and you can see if there are any items that requires attention in that particular date period. And other some standard features like you can sort by them and like see whatever kind of relevant sorting you want. All right. Now comes the next aspect. These are standard reports we have seen. So next aspect is how do the moderator take action over there. Now we know that we can always go into the community, take an action, any kind of action. We can delete something, we can flag something, or maybe some other action based on the use case. But how can I do it from a single console, and how can I do it for multiple items at a single go? There are some pretty interesting use cases that we can come over here. For example, if you see, we have a flag post view, and we can delete the post from here. Not only that, you can write a custom action which can do multiple items at a single go. It can delete a post, freeze the user, send an email to that user. Because it's Visualforce based, it's the kind of the possibilities are limitless. You can do whatever you want to do. You can trigger a workflow, you can do a lot of different stuff. So from the actions perspective, how the actions are basically linked to this insights pages. Actions are created by Visualforce pages, and anyone who has knowledge of Visualforce pages knows that we can link a standard controller in a Visualforce page. So if you link a standard controller to any of the objects that's present in the report, the action will start showing up in the insights page. You can choose which actions to show, which actions to remove, but the action, once the standard controller has that object, it qualifies to be an action over here in this place. So let's have a look at how the insights actions work. I have a flag post, and if you see, there are a couple of default actions that come up by default, like unflag, delete, approve, freeze, unfreeze. These are actions that we provide out of the box, and there are a couple of insights also that we provide out of the box. And here, say, I want to go ahead and, okay, this looks pretty much like known spam, and I want to delete them. I just select them, click on delete, and that's it, action taken. We'll look next in a few minutes on another action which can go through multiple stages, like you can create those. All right, so we saw how we can take some actions. Now we can see how we can configure actions. So I click on the setup icon on the insights page. I can see all the available actions. The available actions are the Visualforce pages, which have the standard controller of either user object or the feed object. The two items which are present over here. This is the feed and the user. All right. Now, we'll go over how we can do more out of this. And before that, we saw some insights pages. So first question would be, how do we get this? Like, okay, fine, customization is one aspect, but I want some things by default. I want everything to be there when I create or when I go to the community management. So we have a package which is called Salesforce Community Management Package. It's available on AppExchange, and all you can do is just search for this, click on the Get It Now, and that's it. You'll get hundreds of insights reports, and there will be default actions populated in your management console. You don't have to do anything for the ones that I have just demoed. This comes by default. There is a document, if you go into the details section of the package, which lists out all the available insights pages and dashboards and how those can be configured. Once you click on Get It Now, you will start seeing something like Salesforce Communities Management Package in your installed packages. That's the confirmation that you have the package. Yeah, one more quick thing. So in case you just want to have slight modifications to the default set of reports or insights that we provide, as this is best out of report, I'm clicking on the edit icon over here. It will open up the insights report in an edit view. It's the standard, it's the same. It leverages the reports, Salesforce reports. You can apply anything, or you can change some filters, do it, say, I'll make this as all time, save it, and that's it. Now, by default, whenever I come to flag post, my report will start showing all time. So that's the kind of the beauty of the customization that we provide on top of insights. Coming over to another aspect. We all know that any Salesforce implementation, it involves custom objects. There can be a lot of custom objects, and for a community manager, one of the aspects could be kind of taking action on some of the custom objects. For our use case, I'll quickly navigate to the community so I can show you which custom object we have and how we are going to take action on it from insights. I have a custom object here called invoices, which, this being a partner community, it will take care of all the invoices that I am receiving, what's the balance due, and what action needs to be taken. Either I can navigate to each invoice individually and then take some action over here. Or I can create an insights report out of it, and in the console itself, as a community manager, log into the console and take any kind of actions over there. So we'll go over how we can create this entire insights, link it to the community management console in like 10 minutes. All right. So first of all, my first task here would be that how do I show something up in the community management console? So if you navigate to engagement or any other node, you'll find settings over here. In that settings, you can see there are a couple of items that comes by default, label and folder. So these folders are the insights or the report folders that will link up over here. Now, what we can do is, first of all, we'll go ahead and create a report folder. It's very simple to create a report folder. Just click over here, new report folder. Let's name it as Insights, Invoices, and save. Now, what I have done just now is just created a report folder. That's it, nothing. You can share this with any users that you want through the share or any specific roles. Once you have done that, I'm going to create an insights node out of it. It's as simple as selecting one of the report folders over here. Okay, this is invoices and insights, invoices, and click on save. As soon as I do this, you can see on the left-hand side, we have invoices as a new node. Click on it. We don't have any content in it as of now. We just created a blank report folder. Let's add content to it. So what goes in report folders? Obviously, reports. To create a report, first of all, I will need to create a report type. Because I have a custom object, system doesn't know about it. So we create a report type on it. Anyone has any kind of confusion on what report type is? It's nothing but we create a relationship between the object and any child objects, which can be exposed as a report. It's as simple as that. Now, I go to invoices, whenever you create any custom object, you can see this in the drop-down of primary objects, if you select it as reportable. All right, let me select something as invoices. I'm going to just store it in other reports for now for the demo. It can be stored in any of the categories. Now, while creating a report type, you can also select any child, like if you want to see the feeds for the custom object or any other kind of child for the object can be selected. For current demo, I'm just going to have a report just on the primary object because I'm just looking at invoices. Saved it, and now I can go back to reports to create a new report out of it. In the new report, I can navigate to other reports, or I can just search for the report I just created. That's invoices. This is the report type I just created. Create. It shows up all the fields that I have defined for the custom object. Out of these fields, I can select whichever I want. I have invoice number already. I can select account because I want to see which account that refers to. Then maybe invoice date, invoice due date. Yeah, money is most important. Invoice amount. And then maybe, say, balance due. And finally, status. So status is what I will take action on in the report next. Select it for all time and save. While saving, I can specify where this report gets saved to. So this is the report folders. We created one report folder already earlier. Now we are just going to save this in the same report folder. All right, let me save this. And done. Now, this was empty earlier. I just click or refresh the page again, and we have the report. If you add multiple reports, it will start showing up in this drop-down, the first one, where you can go through all the reports in a single console. Okay, so now we have the insights. Our first goal is done. But the next thing would be to kind of take some actions on the insights. We created insights. We need to take some actions. So what we can do is create some Visualforce page. And because the linking is done on standard controller, we'll create a Visualforce page with the invoice custom object as the standard controller. And we'll see the action popping up over here in the inside space that we created. Okay. Creation of Visualforce pages is simple. We just navigate to setup. We can search for the Visualforce pages. New. Let's say update invoice status. The name cannot contain spaces, so I just added something. All right. So I have a Visualforce page already created for this. I'm going to use that. It's a simple Visualforce page which looks at all the invoices that we have and takes some action. Anyone that is aware of Visualforce pages maybe can decipher it. It's select all the items, update the status of it. That's what all it does in this Visualforce page. All right, so save it. Now I'll go back to my invoices. Okay, refreshed. Oh, refreshed. Where's the action? The action has to be manually added because there are many Visualforce pages that could be in your organization. We don't want to populate all the items over there as actions. So you define something. Visualforce pages are very versatile. It cannot be that we can assume that whatever you create, it's an insights action. So what you can do next is just go over, this is your new Visualforce page. Just move it as a selected action. That's it. Save and done. You can see the invoice status action coming up now. Now we can see it in action, like maybe I will just select all the pending items. And I can click on update invoice status. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at all the pending invoices that I have, and in a single go, update everything to maybe finalized. And click on save. That's it. I can see all the items now have moved to finalized. So this is one of the use cases where it really depends on what your community is all about. If your community is for a specific industry, you can create your own insights, and any kind of action you can perform on top of it. All right, so now, once you have created the insights, the next step is maybe you can distribute it. So because all the insights pages are kind of built on top of reports, report types, everything is packageable, and it's a proven concept because reports and dashboards can be packaged and can be spread across through App Exchange. Maybe you can have your own listing with a specific industry type and sell it. Who knows? All right, I'll go back to the presentation. So we saw how the insights actions work, how the packaging item works. So one more item we can look at is how we can do or how we can package items. So if I navigate to packages and I click on new package, if there any package that I have, once I have the package created, I can manually add or I can select any of the reports or the report folder itself, and it will spider and automatically select all the report types, all the items that I need into the specific item. So we went over all the reports that we have, all the insights that we have, and yeah, I think we have. That's all we have for now for the demo portion. If there is any open questions, we can take that now. Yeah, please go ahead.
Can we customize the sort by on communities? Because the sort by comes out of the box.
The sort by?
Yeah.
Yeah. So any sort bys that we have in the insights pages, it comes from the report. It comes from the underlying report that we have. So here, for example, if I want to sort by something and save it as a default, I can click on the edit and over here, just do a default, or maybe I could change this to say account and click on save.
Mm-hmm. For example, we have a support community, and it is built up of Visualforce pages.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's my question. If we can add or remove options that appear in the sorting list.
Yeah, if it's a Visual Force page and you have access to that Visual Force page for editing, there are some parameters you can add to change the sorting or customize it.
That was just what we received from Salesforce, and I think we never customized it.
Okay.
Out of the box and can
Yeah, if
wait for that part.
any Visual Force pages created by communities, you can be shown up in the Visual Force pages list. So that's where you can go and maybe do your customizations. So I'm not sure of which page exactly you are referring to, but in the Visual Force pages, if you know the Visual Force page name for your community, you can easily come over here and click on it and maybe edit it.
Had a look on the standards. I know all the customization because we added new Visual Force page and
Mm-hmm.
and I inherited it. So,
Okay.
I didn't know that there are also the built-up templates coming from Salesforce where I
Mm-hmm.
can have a look and then start working there in order to change them.
Yeah, the templates are like a different set of communities. It's not Visual Force communities, so we have the Lightning-based templates, and so you can modify or do anything from the templates perspective in the builder.
See, but in the template, it's the same sort bar.
In the template, that's something that
Same thing.
okay, yeah, that's a question I think if you post it in the success community, maybe we'll get some answers there.
It's not something that you actually can customize. That's my favorite part.
Okay,
I'll post it.
yeah, that's all right. If there are any other questions, we can go through. Okay, I think if there are no more questions, I have a couple of references of whatever I have been talking about in the slides. As I said earlier, these slides will be updated in the chatter for the session. So you will get links to all the items there. And just as a conclusion, we saw how we can create our own insights, how we can create our own insights actions, how to link them up in the community management console, how to create industry-specific actions, and really that's kind of an introduction. There is a lot of items that can be done with Visual Force pages, and people who have been implementing it for a long, long time may already have ideas of what to do with it. So with that note, I would say thank you, and that's it.